Ever find yourself wondering where those classic sandwiches disappear to? The ones that were once everywhere, now rarely spotted? Over time, changing food trends have swept many beloved sandwiches off the map. Yet, even though these nostalgic bites may no longer grace restaurant menus, they still live on in our memories. Each one is a flavorful piece of the past, reminding us of simpler days when meals were crafted by hand and comfort came between two slices of bread. Today, we're diving into those long-lost sandwich treasures that once filled our lunchboxes, family dinners, and childhood afternoons. This is the first one, the fried liverwurst sandwich. Back in the 1950s, the fried liverwurst sandwich was a household staple, especially for families trying to stretch a dollar. Liverwurst, made from pork or beef liver, was cut into thick slices and pan-fried until crispy at the edges, giving it a deep, savory crunch. To elevate the flavor, it was often topped with caramelized onions for sweetness and a smear of mustard for that sharp, tangy contrast. All of this was layered on robust rye bread, creating a sandwich full of character. Liverwurst was not only rich in flavor, but also an economical way to add protein to meals, making it a go-to choice for budget-conscious homes. For many, biting into this sandwich brings back warm memories of gathering around the family table, sharing simple, hearty meals. Though it's not as common now, the fried liverwurst sandwich remains a cherished taste from the past for those who grew up with it. This is the second one, the egg and sardine sandwich. This sandwich, packed with protein, rose to popularity in the 1940s and 50s, especially in homes where canned goods were kitchen essentials. Hard-boiled eggs were neatly sliced and paired with sardines, then placed on toasted slices of bread. The result? A bold and satisfying combination of rich fish and mild eggs. The strong flavor of the sardines was mellowed by the eggs, making it a hearty option for any mealtime. During the post-war era, sardines offered a cheap yet nourishing protein source, and this sandwich became a practical solution for families on a tight budget. It was appreciated not only for how quickly it came together, but also for its nutritional punch. While it may have disappeared from modern kitchens, the egg and sardine sandwich serves as a flavorful throwback to meals made from whatever was on hand. If these nostalgic bites stirred up memories, be sure to subscribe for more taste from yesteryear. This is the third one, the Bologna and Applesauce sandwich. Back in the 1960s, the Bologna and Applesauce sandwich became an unexpected hit. It was a curious mix that actually worked, combining the salty taste of Bologna with the tangy sweetness of applesauce. Kids adored the sugary element, while parents liked how quick and easy it was to throw together. It wasn't just another sandwich. It was a creative alternative to the same old lunchbox routine. Bologna, being a cheap and widely available lunch meat, was a kitchen regular. Adding applesauce gave it a playful twist that felt fresh without costing extra. It was a sign of the times, families making the most of modest ingredients, turning ordinary items into something delightfully different. While modern tastes might raise an eyebrow, this sandwich once held a proud spot in many lunchboxes, satisfying both the young and old with its simple charm. This is the fourth one, the sardine and vinegar sandwich. A bold combination that gained traction in the 1940s and 50s, the sardine and vinegar sandwich stood out for its punchy flavor and practicality. Canned sardines, usually packed in oil, were a pantry essential during and after World War II, offering a cheap yet reliable source of protein. When paired with a splash of vinegar, the sandwich took on an extra tangy kick that cut through the richness of the fish. Served on dense rye bread, it made for a humble but hearty meal. This creation was born from an era of ingenuity, when preserved foods were not only necessary, but appreciated. The vinegar didn't just add sharpness, it helped extend the sandwich's freshness, turning it into a long-lasting go-to option. For those who remember it, the sardine and vinegar sandwich represents a time when simplicity met strong flavor in the most unexpected way. This is the fifth one, the cheese and Marmite sandwich. This sandwich was the ultimate divider. Either you craved it or couldn't stand it. A staple from the 1950s, the cheese and Marmite sandwich was all about strong, unmistakable taste. Marmite, a thick yeast extract with a bold, salty profile, was thinly spread across bread and topped with sharp cheddar cheese. Inspired by British cuisine, it made its way into American kitchens during periods of rationing, thanks to its high nutritional value and budget-friendly appeal. Marmite added protein and flavor in one swipe, while the cheese balanced its intensity. Though unconventional, this sandwich was beloved by adventurous eaters and has earned its place as a nostalgic favorite for those who embraced its bold personality. This is the sixth one, the scrambled egg and ham sandwich. Back in the 1950s, the scrambled egg and ham sandwich was a breakfast favorite that delivered a hearty start to the day. It featured soft, fluffy scrambled eggs paired with savory slices of ham, all nestled between warm, toasted bread. Whether cooked up at home in a rush or ordered at a roadside diner, this sandwich was all about ease and nourishment. In post-war America, convenience was everything, and this breakfast option made perfect sense for families trying to save time without sacrificing a satisfying meal. Many households added their own twist, some tossed in cheese, others used a dab of butter or a smear of mustard. It was easy to prepare and filling enough to fuel the day ahead. Although this sandwich has mostly vanished from today's breakfast tables, for many it brings back fond memories of early mornings, homemade meals, and the comforting smell of breakfast sizzling on the stove. This is the seventh one, the liver sausage and onion sandwich. This sandwich carved out its place in the 1960s and 70s, especially among working-class families. The rich, savory taste of liver sausage, often in the form of Liverwurst, was paired with sharp, slightly sweet onions to create a bold, satisfying meal. It was typically spread onto rye or white bread, then layered with thin onion slices. For added punch, people often added mustard, a dash of pepper, or even slices of pickle. Some variations used buttered bread for an extra layer of comfort. Popular among European immigrants and blue-collar homes across mid-century America, this sandwich provided a strong flavor profile and was both filling and inexpensive. Though less commonly seen today, it still holds a special place in the hearts of those who remember its unmistakable taste and humble origins. This is the eighth one, the fried Bologna and mustard sandwich. This crispy delight made waves in the 1950s and 60s, becoming a go-to meal for families trying to stretch their food budgets. Thick slices of Bologna were pan-fried until the edges curled and the surface browned, creating a smoky, crispy bite. Slathered with mustard and sandwiched between two slices of white bread, it turned basic ingredients into something satisfying. It was a favorite for school lunches, quick dinners, and after-school snacks. Especially popular in working-class kitchens, this sandwich was a practical way to serve something warm and filling without much fuss. The zesty bite of mustard perfectly complemented the salty fried meat, and for many, just the smell of it cooking brings back warm memories of simpler meals shared at the kitchen table. This is the ninth one, the cold meatloaf and gravy sandwich. Back in the 1950s and 60s, the cold meatloaf and gravy sandwich became a clever and comforting way to use up leftovers. After dinner, slices of chilled meatloaf were laid between slices of bread, often drizzled with leftover gravy for added richness. It was a no-fuss meal that brought the cozy taste of homemade dinners into the next day's lunch. Toasted bread and a dash of mustard were sometimes added to bring extra flavor or texture. Meatloaf itself was already a frugal staple, meant to stretch ground meat across multiple meals, and turning it into a sandwich was another smart way to make every bit count. Though it's rarely seen in lunchboxes now, this sandwich remains a delicious memory of an era when resourcefulness was a part of everyday cooking. This is the 10th one, the corned beef and coleslaw sandwich. A true deli favorite from the 1950s and 60s, the corned beef and coleslaw sandwich was the perfect blend of salty and tangy. Stacked on rye bread, slices of briny corned beef were layered with crunchy, vinegar-bright coleslaw, creating a bold and satisfying lunch. Whether enjoyed on a work break or grabbed at a neighborhood deli, this sandwich offered flavor without the need for complicated prep. Corned beef was a deli counter essential, and pairing it with coleslaw balanced the richness with a crisp bite. Though it's not as commonly served today, for many, it still recalls scenes of classic diners, friendly counter service, and lunches that were simple yet memorable. This is the 11th one, the grape jelly and cream cheese sandwich. This sweet and creamy combo took off during the 1960s and 70s, especially in homes with young kids. A layer of smooth cream cheese paired with grape jelly on pillowy white bread made for a fun, tasty snack. It often found its way into lunchboxes or was served as an after-school treat. The ingredients were basic pantry staples, making it a quick fix for busy parents. Some families even added a dash of cinnamon for an extra pop of flavor. Though it's rarely seen today, this sandwich brings back joyful memories of childhood, sugary smiles, and easygoing afternoons. This is the 12th one, the chicken salad and grape sandwich. A step above the ordinary, the chicken salad and grape sandwich offered a refined take on a lunchtime favorite. Shredded chicken mixed with mayonnaise, celery, and juicy grapes became a hit during the 1970s, often appearing at brunches, garden parties, or casual get-togethers. Serve on croissants or grainy bread. The sweetness of the grapes balanced the savory richness, creating a well-loved dish that felt a little fancy. Though it's not a regular menu item today, it still echoes an era of creative homemade meals shared during family gatherings. This is the 13th one, the fried Spam and pineapple sandwich. A standout in the 1950s, especially in areas touched by Hawaiian flavors. The fried Spam and pineapple sandwich blended salty and sweet like no other. Spam, a canned meat that rose to fame during and after World War II, thanks to its shelf life and low cost, turned golden and crispy when fried. Pair that with either grilled or canned pineapple, and you had a tropical style bite that packed plenty of flavor. This sandwich was often served on toasted bread or sandwich rolls, with optional spreads like mustard or mayonnaise for extra zip. Spam was a pantry essential for many, and adding pineapple gave it a flair that felt fresh and fun. Though it may not grace tables often today, this sandwich remains a flavorful flashback to a time when families stretched ingredients creatively to deliver tasty, quick meals. This is the 14th one, the cheese whiz and salami sandwich. In the 1960s and 70s, the cheese whiz and salami sandwich emerged as a kid-favorite snack full of creamy, savory punch. Cheese whiz, a processed cheese spread that required no refrigeration, brought a sharp, melty texture that balanced the salty richness of sliced salami. Whether sandwiched between white bread or dolloped on crackers, it made for a fast, fun lunch or after-school bite. Introduced in the 1950s, cheese whiz quickly gained traction for its convenience, especially when paired with budget-friendly deli meats like salami. Though its popularity has waned, this sandwich lives on in the memories of those who remember it as a colorful, indulgent taste of mid-century childhood. This is the 15th one, the cold turkey and stuffing sandwich. A delicious leftover tradition, the cold turkey and stuffing sandwich became a post-Thanksgiving staple in the 1960s and 70s. Cold slices of roasted turkey layered with leftover stuffing created a hearty and flavorful second-day meal. Some families added cranberry sauce or a smear of gravy between the bread, bringing all the holiday flavors together in one satisfying bite. This sandwich turned leftovers into a meal many looked forward to just as much as the main event. Though usually reserved for the holiday season, it remains a sentimental favorite tied to family gatherings, full tables, and the simple joy of stretching a festive feast. This is the 16th one, the peanut butter and tomato sandwich. Surprisingly popular in the 1950s and 60s, especially throughout rural and southern areas, the peanut butter and tomato sandwich offered a flavor combo that was anything but ordinary. Creamy peanut butter spread on bread and topped with slices of fresh, juicy tomatoes created a mix of sweet, salty, and tangy tastes. It was a go-to lunch that made use of common kitchen staples, affordable peanut butter and garden-fresh tomatoes, especially during summer. While this pairing might seem strange now, for those who grew up with it, it recalls homemade lunches in a time when simplicity didn't mean sacrificing flavor. This is the 17th one, the chicken and cranberry sandwich. A holiday favorite in the 1960s and 70s, The chicken and cranberry sandwich was a festive way to repurpose leftovers during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Roasted chicken, sometimes substituted with leftover turkey, was layered on bread with a generous spread of cranberry sauce, whether homemade or straight from the can. For an added touch, some included a slice of Swiss cheese or a light smear of mayonnaise. Served on white or whole wheat bread, this sandwich struck a perfect balance between savory and sweet. Its appeal lay in its simplicity and seasonality, quick to assemble and full of holiday cheer. The tart cranberry flavor played beautifully against the mild, tender chicken, creating a sandwich that many associated with cozy family dinners and festive meals. While it's not seen as often today, it still brings back warm memories of holidays spent around the table and the clever use of leftovers that made the season last a little longer. This is the 18th one, the fried cornbread sandwich. The fried cornbread sandwich was a Southern favorite during the 1950s and 60s, transforming leftover cornbread into something truly comforting. Thick slices of cornbread were pan-fried in butter or oil until the outsides turned crisp and golden while the center stayed soft and warm. Some enjoyed the sandwich plain, while others filled it with bacon, ham, or even a touch of syrup for a sweet-savory combo. Cornbread was a common side dish in many Southern households, and this sandwich turned what was left into a whole new meal without wasting a crumb. Practicality drove the creation of this sandwich, but its flavor made it a household staple. The contrast of the crunchy crust with the buttery, tender interior was irresistible. Whether served at breakfast or as a hearty snack, the fried cornbread sandwich was a reminder of how creativity in the kitchen could turn humble leftovers into something memorable. For those who grew up in Southern homes, it's a nostalgic nod to a time when kitchens were resourceful and every bite carried the warmth of home cooking. Though it's rarely seen today, this sandwich still holds a special place in the hearts of those who remember its rich flavor and simple charm. This is the 19th one, the Bologna and cottage cheese sandwich. Back in the 1960s, the Bologna and cottage cheese sandwich was a go-to option for families looking for a fast, filling meal. Bologna, a low-cost, widely available processed meat, was generously layered on slices of white or wheat bread. What made the sandwich stand out was the smooth spread of cottage cheese, adding a creamy consistency and a gentle tang that balanced the salty punch of the Bologna. This blend of mild and savory flavors made it a practical choice for school lunches, quick dinners, and picnic baskets. Cottage cheese wasn't just for diets. It was praised as a nutritious addition, bringing protein and calcium into the mix. The contrasting textures of tender Bologna and soft, slightly lumpy cottage cheese offered a surprisingly satisfying bite. For many kids growing up during that era, this sandwich was a lunchbox staple, whipped up in minutes from fridge staples. Though it might raise eyebrows today, back then it was a clever, no-fuss solution for busy households. It's a bite of nostalgia, reminding us of simpler times when meals were assembled from what was available and when flavor didn't have to be complicated to be memorable. This is the 20th one, the crab and avocado sandwich. A touch of coastal elegance, the crab and avocado sandwich became popular in the 1970s, especially in seaside towns where fresh ingredients were part of everyday life. Delicate, flaky crab meat, often seasoned with a squeeze of lemon and a hint of herbs, was paired with slices of ripe, creamy avocado. This pairing delivered a luxurious contrast of flavors, the light saltiness of the sea against the rich butteriness of the avocado. Serve on toasted multigrain bread or a soft roll. The sandwich felt upscale compared to typical lunch fare. Avocados had started gaining popularity in American kitchens around this time, offering a health-conscious, velvety layer that turned any sandwich into something special. The crab brought freshness and a bit of indulgence, making this a favorite for brunches, beach picnics, or light summer meals. As eating habits shifted toward fresher, more refined ingredients, sandwiches like this reflected the era's growing interest in flavor and nutrition. Though not often found in lunchboxes today, for those who grew up along the coast or spent summers near the ocean, the crab and avocado sandwich recalls sunny afternoons, ocean breezes, and the simple luxury of fresh seafood paired with nature's creamiest fruit. This is the 21st one, the tuna salad and pickle sandwich. In the mid-20th century, the tuna salad and pickle sandwich carved out a special place on American lunch tables. It was creamy, tangy, and crunchy all at once, a combination that made every bite memorable. The base was a classic tuna salad, canned tuna mixed with mayonnaise and finely chopped celery, seasoned with just a dash of salt and pepper. But what made this sandwich stand out was the addition of pickles, either chopped into the salad or layered in slices, delivering a zesty crunch that brightened the entire sandwich. Served on white or wheat bread, and sometimes dressed up with a slice of tomato or crisp lettuce, it became a lunchtime staple. In the 1960s and 70s, this sandwich was everywhere, from school lunchboxes to workplace break rooms to picnic baskets, thanks to its easy prep and satisfying taste. It provided a hearty meal made from affordable pantry basics, with the bonus of being protein-packed and refreshing. While it may not appear on menus often today, for those who remember it, the tuna salad and pickle sandwich is a comforting bite of the past, evoking memories of simpler meals where creamy, crunchy, and tangy flavors ruled the plate. This is the 22nd one, the pineapple and mayonnaise sandwich. This sandwich might sound odd today, but back in the 1950s, the pineapple and mayonnaise sandwich was surprisingly beloved. Sweet, juicy pineapple, usually canned rings or crushed, was matched with a slather of creamy mayonnaise and nestled between slices of soft white bread. The mix of sweet and savory created a taste that was both curious and satisfying, offering a cool, tropical-inspired bite on a hot summer day. It was especially popular for quick lunches and picnic snacks, where simplicity and speed mattered. With only 2 main ingredients, this sandwich could be thrown together in minutes using items most families already kept on hand. The pineapple added brightness and moisture, while the mayo provided richness and balance. It was a playful way to add flair to the usual lunch routine without spending extra money or time. While modern palates might raise an eyebrow, this quirky sandwich still brings a nostalgic smile to those who grew up with its unconventional charm. For many, it was a childhood treat served on porches or in lunchboxes, a little sweet, a little strange, and totally memorable. Recreating it today might just take you back to a simpler, sunnier time. This is the 23rd one, the cucumber and chive cream cheese sandwich. A beloved favorite during the 1960s and 70s, the cucumber and chive cream cheese sandwich was the epitome of light, elegant dining, often gracing tables during afternoon teas or sunny garden luncheons. The pairing of crisp, cool cucumber with tangy chive-infused cream cheese offered a refreshing flavor and texture that felt both delicate and satisfying. Making it was a breeze. Thinly slice fresh cucumbers and gently pat them dry. Blend softened cream cheese with minced fresh chives, a pinch of salt, and a splash of lemon juice to enhance the zing. Generously spread this mixture over slices of soft white or hearty whole grain bread. Arrange the cucumber slices evenly on top and close the sandwich. For an extra refined touch, many hosts would remove the crusts and cut the sandwiches into tidy triangles, perfect for finger foods at afternoon socials. During this era, light sandwiches like this one symbolized casual sophistication. Whether served at neighborhood brunches or bridge club meetings, they were a quiet reminder of how presentation could elevate even the simplest meal. Meals didn't need to be extravagant, just thoughtfully prepared and shared in good company. This particular sandwich offered a cooling bite during warmer months, and it quickly became a symbol of gentle, refined entertaining. Though rarely seen today, sandwiches like this capture the spirit of an era when home cooking balanced ease with grace. For many, just the memory of this dish calls up images of linen-covered tables, polished tea sets, and laughter among friends in the garden. These sandwiches are more than a recipe. They're tiny time capsules, bringing back an age when even humble ingredients were transformed with a bit of care and creativity. If you're curious to taste the past, give this charming classic a try. You may be surprised how timeless it still feels. If this journey through forgotten flavors stirred your appetite, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share which vintage sandwich you'd love to recreate. Bring back those comforting bites and let nostalgia fill your kitchen once more.